Link here, and today we're going to be doing a deck profile. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave a comment below. Let's get right into the video. First we have our starter, Blaudringer, and what he does is he gets your grade 1, when you ride your grade 1, you get the grade 2 in your hand automatically. So really this is one of the best ride chains I've seen in a long time, and it stays like that just because, well, it makes this deck consistent due to the fact that it runs 16 grade 3s. And this is a very risky deck because if you don't get the grade 1, you're likely going to G-assist a lot. So if you don't get the grade 1 in your starting hand at first without mulligan, then you're going to mulligan the entire hand no matter what's in it because the 5 cards are going to help. So yeah, this is definitely a risky deck, but if it gets off, and it gets off very easy, then you're good. And it's really, really fun to play. So now we're going to go right into grade 3s. So for grade 3 lineup, we run a bunch. And we're going to start with our Immortal Asura Kaiser. What he does is when you reveal a grade 3 in your drive check, Counterblast 2, discard 2, and stand him and another rearguard, which almost every single rearguard in this deck besides the Ride Chain grade 1 is already going to stand based off its own effect, which are all death armies, and they stand when you reveal a grade 3. So that's really good. And also he gets a 10k, so he really deals a lot of pressure. So that's why I love him. But seeing that it has to be a grade 3, usually you want to reveal you want to be able to reveal as many possible. So yeah, that's great. That's their Immortal, our finisher, main. Then we also have our 4 of the original Asura Kaiser, and we run him because there's so many spots for grade 3s. We could just run 4 of him and you get the ride chain off if you want. He's also 11k base, so it doesn't hurt you, and he also has a similar effect. It's just whenever you reveal a grade 3 in your drive check, stand something, so you're still going to stay in your whole field no matter what, pretty much. And then one of our best rear guards, Death Army Commander. Sure, he's a 10k, but when he's boosted by Death Army Boy, or Death Army Guy, but I just call him Death Army Boy because he is my boy, he has ultimate meme status. But that's a 17k column for 1 column, and it's easy to make 2. Just run 4 of each of everything. Everything Death Army, you run 4 of each. That will attack 3 times if you get your effects off. And when I say if, I mean 99% of the time you're going to get that effect, or you're going to get a perfect guard in your hand, or 2 perfect guards, or 2 crits, or perfect guard and a crit. Usually that's like the only things that are left in the deck by the end of this. So yeah, the only other things that you'll get in your hand are going to be perfect guards and crits. And trust me, this deck is mean to me and it loves getting crits. You're probably wondering, but Rin, if the deck's mean, if the deck gives you crits, isn't that awesome? Not for someone that wants to get effects off a lot, because I find the effects more a funny way to kill someone. And then your filler slot, you can put anything, but I decided Tentacle Hentai was the most appropriate or inappropriate to put because, well, I mean, hey, he has a shit ton of weapons, don't care what his effect is, just, you can fill this slot in with Victors if you feel like putting them in. I just didn't grab any Victors because I didn't see it as that much of an or this deck is something I want to invest a lot into. So if you do put in Victors, get the crit trigger for him and also put that in here, then it'll be a draw engine for you, and you can stride a whole bunch because obviously you have enough grade 3s. So yeah. And then also, now here's grade 2s. Our 1 Blaudringer, because consistency purposes. 4 Death Army Lady. She has the same effect as all Death Armies, so pretty self-explanatory. 9k beater. Good for grade 2 beatdown, which is really, really nice. And then that's it for our grade 2s. So now grade 1s, we have 4 Lady Cyclones. Sure, you can't guard your rear guards, but you have your entire hand full of grade 0s because you're not guarding early, so you can just guard your rear guards if you want, but this is when your Vanguard, or your opponent's Vanguard strides, so it's always nice. And unflip, why not? And then 4 Blaupauser, the MVP of the deck. If you do not see him in your hand, well, mull your entire hand. If you see him in your hand, don't give a fuck what the rest of it is. You're winning. I kid you not. I've won a tournament with this deck, completely no ballsing it, just running around doing whatever, and it just kicks off so easy. Death Army Boy. His name's actually Death Army Guy, but yeah, Death Army Boy for name status. Another Death Army that we run 4 of. He is your booster. If you can get a back row that looks like that, you're doing good. You're doing really good. Alright, and then finally I got a full set of Red Lightning. I am so happy. Sure, he was a pain in the butt to get. I had to buy him off of a friend because, well, he had a full set and he didn't want it. And he charged retail, so I was kind of crying. But trigger, unflip, it's better to have utility than not have utility. You don't counterblast that much in the deck, but if you're going in stride a lot, then maybe you might, because Victoplasma and things like that, so it's understandable. So 4 Red Lightning, got that second. 4 Minimum Razor, 4 Shining Lady, 2 the promo, and then 4 Razor Girl Kate. So we're running 12 crit 4 heal because, like I said, this deck goes no balls all the way, just completely balls deep in the entire thing. It's so stupid. And yeah, so you could run stands, but the deck stands enough, and if you're running like the samurai build, then I would say you could run stands and it'd be fine, but you don't need to because you're standing enough as is. So I just see it fine. And hey, like I said, if you're not hitting your grade 3s, then you're hitting your crits, and that's something that your opponent will definitely want to worry about. So yeah, now we're done with the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. Now it is missing 1 card of the extra deck. This is 15 card extra deck. So yeah, for G Guardians, we have 2 Blue Prism. He's the Nova Grappler one. If you have more or equal damage to your opponent, then this gets +5, so it's a 20k shield if you have more damage or equal. Screw gets 10 if you drop a card. And then this card I've honestly never used, War Deity Asura Kaiser, just because if you're running the stand build, the not the Death Army build, because the Death Army is the most pressure based build. If you're running the stand build, then this is good with the samurais. Then I can see it being good, but otherwise I don't really care for it. 2 Tribute, he is your board removal. Like, he honestly can remove an entire board. This is why most people only say, oh, just run 1, you'll need more than 1. He's so good in this deck, because if you're running the Death Armies, you're going to be able to stand him a bunch. So yeah, and then there is 2 Victoplasma, 1 Bustard, I couldn't get any more. I'd probably replace a few cards for him. And 3 Vic 10. And so, honestly, the other things I would say to change in this deck so far would be the Victoplasmas, or Vic 10, Victors, the Buster. I would switch out 1 of these, and then 2 of these, and I'd have the 3 more that I need. That's probably why I'd switch out. So yeah, honestly, that's the other things that the deck really needs to switch. But other than that, it runs fine. I don't really worry about striding as much as you would think, because the main deck itself will handle most of your problems. This is just like any extra deck, just utility. So yeah, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and have a good one. Yeah, bye guys.